Hi and welcome back to a brand new full body Pilates class with me. Again, it's a full session, but today I'm bringing you several parts in which we're going to focus on several muscle groups so we can find a nice muscle-mind connection. Okay team, I hope you're ready for the first part. It's a standing Pilates part and you don't need any equipment. Ready? Let's jump straight into it. So we're gonna start with the feet shoulder width apart, so you're stable. And then I invite you to place your hands on your body, maybe both hands onto your ribs here, onto your chest, or I prefer today to put one hand on the belly and the other hand onto your chest. And in the beginning, it's all about breathing and centering, so feel free to close your eyes for a second. So you better can focus on your breath and guiding all your senses from the outside to the inside. Take a few breaths to settle, to arrive in the present moment. So breathe in through the nose and breathe out through the mouth. It's about creating space for your breath at the beginning. So allow your ribcage to expand into the room three-dimensionally as you inhale. And observe your ribs moving inward softly as you exhale. So you start to breathe from side to side, from front body to back body, and just observing your breath flowing up and down your spine. Filling your lungs with oxygen and serving your body with power and energy that you'll need for the upcoming movement. Maybe use your hands to find your breathing and centering easily. So you breathe into the nose, into your upper hand, into your chest. And as you breathe out through the mouth, try to remove the belly from the lower hand. Pull it in. Inhale into your upper hand. And exhale, start to draw the navel in towards the spine and keep the tension there as you inhale again. So let's build up a soft corset feeling. So you close your rib arches. You try to reduce the distance between belly and back as you exhale. Breathe out through pursed lips. So imagine you're blowing out a birthday candle. This can help you to activate your pelvic floor as well. So breathe in into your chest. And breathe out, awaken your powerhouse. So when you have found the connection with your body and you're breathing, enjoying that flow that comes up when we breathe in and out steadily. And then open up your eyes again, just drop your arms and let's focus onto our base, onto our feet. So let's start to lift all 10 toes as you inhale. Spread the toes in the air and exhale, lower them down, long and spread it. So inhale to lift and exhale to lower. So today I want to begin to focus to support our transversal arch of our feet. So we create more stability that we will need today for our balance exercises that we will do today. So breathe and lift, spread the toes, and exhale, lay down. Okay, that might be easy. So let's progress if you want to. So we lift all 10 toes with your inhale. And just drop the big toe as you exhale. Inhale to lift all 10 toes again and try to spread. And exhale to lower. Yes. So we need strong feet, stable feet so we can create stable knees, stable hips, and a stable spine as well. So let's focus on a strong foundation. Okay, let's progress if you want more to lower the big and the tiny toes. Keep the toes in the middle lifted. So that might be a challenge. Let's try. Inhale to lift all 10 toes. And exhale, big toe and pinky toes onto the ground. All right, let's try this for a few rounds. Relax the hands and the fingers. Sometimes we're doing crazy stuff with the fingers when we try to focus on moving the toes. So try to relax here. All right, not that easy. So don't be too strong to yourself. Be gentle and soft. All right, let's go for 2 more rounds. So one side is definitely working better than the other. Maybe you can observe that as well. And then let's go for 1 more round. And then inhale, lift all 10 toes and drop them consciously. And keep that strong foundation that we build up. So let's check the knees. Let's inhale, pulling the kneecap up as high as you can. And then exhale, dropping the kneecap so you get some soft knees so we can stand actively. When you have a micro bend in your knees, let's focus on the hips. We're gonna go for pelvic locks. Drop your arms, and it will be a little bit easier when you bend the knees a little bit more, so feel free to bend them a little bit more. So as we exhale, we're gonna tuck the tailbone under, squeezing the glutes and zipping the belly button in and up. And now let's move on with some circles. Inhale to arch your spine and to move to the other side, and exhale, come back to the imprint position, as we call it in Pilates. So inhale, arching your spine, move to the other side. Exhale, tucking the tailbone under and move into a nice circular movement. Try to keep the shoulders calm. Try to control the chest and to get the motion into your pelvis. Inhale, arch. And exhale, sit bones heavy, zipping the belly button in and up. Let's go for 1 more round in this direction. And then you stop and reverse that circle. So we get a little bit of mobilization here into your lower back, into your lumbar spine. We are moving the pelvis. So you get a little bit of a feeling of the movements in your pelvis. So we can move the pelvis to the front, to the back, and lifting one hip and dropping the other at the same time. All right, let's go for 2 more rounds. Make sure that it feels good in your lower back. All right, last round. And then come back to neutral so we can build up the natural curves of your spine. All right, when you got that, let's lift the arms forwards, thumbs up. And as you inhale, you lengthen the arms forwards. As you exhale, bring the shoulder blades back to the starting position. Open your arms nice and wide. Keep the rib arches close here. And bring them forwards again. So inhale to lengthen, to pull the shoulder blades apart and forwards. Exhale, come back to neutral. And then open up your arms. Okay, so keep your eyes forwards. And make sure when you open your arms that you still can see the fingertips in the corners of your eyes. All right, so breathe out and breathe in, mobilizing your scapulas, your shoulder blades on your chest, mobilizing the shoulder joints. Good job. Let's go for 2 more rounds here. Start those movements always with your powerhouse. So that zip the belly button in and up, pull the lowest rib towards your hips, and keep that corset feeling. You finished your last round. Inhale, lift the arms up over the front, pull your shoulders to your ears, and then consciously drop the shoulders as you exhale. Bend the elbows, bring the fingertips behind your ears. Stretch again. Lift the shoulders up towards your ears. Lower it down. And then bend elbows nice and wide. Yeah, when I'm too fast for you, just feel free to slow it down. Find your rhythm, your flow in combination with the breath all the time. So I will repeat the breathing rhythm. So inhale to lift the shoulders. Exhale to move them away from your ears to create a long neck and shoulder area. And then you bend. Inhale and you stretch. Exhale. Let's go for 2 more rounds. So we are awakening the upper back muscles through lifting the shoulders to the ears. The upper part of your trapezius. Last one. Then keep pulling the shoulder blades into the lower back and keep the elbows bent. Inhale. Now exhale. Let's rotate to the left. Keep the pelvis stable. Come back to center and we're going to go again into the same direction. So often in my workouts, in my classes, I will give you some options to progress. So I want to challenge your deep core a little bit. So whenever you're ready, let's add the lower body. So try to tap with your left big toe to the right foot. Bring all your weight onto the right foot. And then come back to center. Exhale, tap and twist. And inhale. First, bring the toes onto the ground and then press the heel down as if you want to press an imaginary resistance into the floor. So we strengthen the muscles in our feet today as well. If you want more, lift the knee higher, finding your balance. And come down. Good job. If you want more, let's add a flexion. So right shoulder is pulling towards the left hip. Look down to the ground. And inhale, come back. Yeah, choose your variation where you feel challenged, where it's a little bit shaky, wobbly. So we work not only for those outer muscles, but also for the stabilizer muscles. Very important for your stability, for your posture, for your strength coming from the inside. Let's go for 2 more rounds. Really zipping the belly button in and up as you round your back. All right, with your next exhale, keep the left knee lifted. And as you inhale, you stretch the left leg to the side, look forwards. Ooh, again, knee to chest, round and twist. Inhale, stretch, lengthen the left leg a bit more, keep the right knee softly bent. Good job. Inhale all the way out. Point the left foot to create more length. Let's go for 3 more rounds. Yeah, we got some work for our muscles in the right hip, in the glutes, all those stabilizer muscles in the right leg as well. Last one. And then keep the left leg long, the gaze forwards. Exhale, get back that corset feeling, and then lift the left leg up. Hold it high. Flex the foot, pull the toes to the shin. Inhale to point. Exhale to lower. Good job. Just lower. Don't get your weight onto the left foot. So inhale to lift. Exhale to flex. Inhale to point. Exhale to lower. Soften your shoulders. Let's go for 4 more rounds. Keep zipping the belly button in and up so you're not arching your spine. Keep that contraction. 2 more rounds coming. Stay upright, so don't tilt to the side. Powerhouse is helping you here. Woo. Right leg is working, left leg as well. So now keep it lifted. Keep the foot flexed. And let's finish with pulses. Deep breaths in. Breathe out through pursed lips. Breathe in. Try to turn the left kneecap in towards the body's midline, so you're not turning out. So find that slight internal rotation. Outer thighs, glute medius, so the side of your leg and your hips are working. Last 2 breaths in and out. 1 more in And with the exhale, you stop the movement. Pull the knee in one more time. And then we step back, drop the arms. Whew, okay, make sure to find a stable stance with your feet shoulder width apart again. And both legs are softly bent here. Drop the arms. We're going to go for arm circles. So with the next inhale, lift the arms up over the front. Exhale, lower them down over the side. Good. So that is the arm movement. Focus on that rib arches, that they are closed. Yeah, not let them pop out. Okay, let's add the legs. So inhale to stretch, to lift, to grow an inch taller. And exhale to bend the legs deeply, the back knees underneath your hip. Inhale to lift. And exhale, keep the front knee above the ankle, stay upright, shoulders above your hips. Let's go for 4 more rounds like this. Come into your flow. Inhale as you lift and stretch. Exhale as you lower the back knees, almost kissing the floor. Inhale all the way up. Awakening the strength in your front quads. Glutes are active. Honestly, the whole body is working. Last 2. Okay, with the next exhale, keep the legs bent and reverse that circle. Up over the side, down over the front. Inhale, sweep the arms up over the side. And exhale, down over the front. Let's add the spine. So we straighten the spine as we inhale. And now round your spine, beginning with the head. And then you roll back up as you inhale. So keep the legs bent. I know it's tough for the lower body. Pulling the feet together as if you want to roll up your mat with your legs. Let's go for 4 more rounds. Imagine you're laying over a ball without touching the ball. So it's like a spinal stretch here. Good, last 2. Zip the belly button in and up, tucking the tailbone under, pull the shoulder blades apart to round your back a bit more. Last round. Shoulders down, look to your belly button. And then rise up, bring the fingertips behind your ears, step forwards with the left foot. Ooh, maybe shake it out. And then let's switch to the other side. So get back to your soft knees, engaging your strength girdle. Inhale to prepare. Exhale to twist to the right. Coming back to center, make sure your pelvis is not moving. Get the rotation out of your thoracic spine, your mid-back. So we are awakening the obliques, massaging the organs and intervertebral discs. Okay, if you're seeking for more, let's tap with the right big toe to the left foot. Inhale and exhale, demi point in your foot, then point the foot, stretch all 5 toes, and then bring it back down. Work consciously. Every detail counts. If you want more, pick up the knee so the hip flexor gets to work. And before you twist, make sure the powerhouse is already active. Let's add the flexion. So left shoulder is moving towards your right hip joint. Look to the floor and come back to center. Choose your variation and don't feel bad about it when you stay in option number 1. You're not doing less, but you have maybe another focus, okay? So when you round your spine, you have an additional focus on your abdominal muscles that are flexing your spine. Yeah, if not, you have a focus on your obliques. All right, let's go for 2 more rounds. Ooh, last one. And then we keep the right knee lifted. And we're going to stretch the right leg to the side and inhale to come back to neutral. Exhale again, knee in, round and twist. And inhale, stretch. Keep going for 4 more rounds. Keep the left knee slightly bent. And always breathe out through pursed lips. Yeah, hopefully you're alone at home, so you may not feel weird when Breathe when breathing out loudly, but this can be super helpful to get the deepest abdominal muscles and your pelvic floor to work. Last 2. Check your shoulders, keep them down like we did it in the warm-up. Pull your shoulder blades into the lower back. And now keep the right leg extended. Breathe in. Exhale, zip the belly button in and up. Lift the right leg, inhale up. Exhale, flex. Inhale, point. And lower down. Try to stay with your whole weight on your left foot. If the muscles in your foot are cramping and you have the feeling you're collapsing, don't worry. Shake it out in between. And then come back stronger. Yeah, always be aware of your alignment. You're not sinking in. You're always growing. Last 2 rounds. Inhale, lift. Exhale, flex. Point, strengthening the calf. And lower down. One more time. Keep the foot flexed. Hold it here and start to pulse it out. Yeah, the big toe wants to pull down to the floor. And at the same time, the heel wants to pull up to the ceiling. So how not to do it and how to do it, all right? Both pelvic bones are facing forwards. Doesn't have to be high. Think about length in your right leg. Don't let the rib arches open. Keep them closed. Last 2 breaths. One more. And then with your exhale, you stop the movement, pulling the knee up. And then step back, feet shoulder width apart. Inhale, lift the arms up over the front. And exhale, lower them down while pulling the shoulder blades a little bit lower. Okay, that's the arm movement. Classic arm circles. Let's add the legs. Inhale to stretch. Exhale to bend. Back knee wants to kiss the floor. Breathe in. And breathe out. Imagine taking an elevator down. So stay upright. Let's go for 4 more rounds. Checking your front knee, that the knee is not collapsing inwards. Keep it above your ankle. Sit bones heavy. Long back, long spine. Let's go for 1 more. And then keep the legs bent and reverse the circle in your arms. So inhale, sweep the arms up over the side. Lower them over the front. Breathe in. And breathe out. Yeah, can you still see the fingers in the corner of your eyes when you lift the arms up over the side? And then add the flexion of your spine. Roll up as you inhale, beginning with the lower back, finishing with the head. And then again, lay over the ball without touching. Yes, and roll up. Let's go for 4 more rounds. So we work on the mobility of your spine. Don't pull your ears to your shoulders. Your shoulders to your ears, the other way around. I mean, last 2. Pull the feet together, legs bend deeply. Last round here, let's go. Broad back, pull the shoulder blades apart, and then come back up. Step with the back foot to the front foot and give your legs a second. So shake out, wiggle those toes, shake off the legs, and maybe drink a sip of water. Good job. So team, the upcoming part is for your back and your booty. So for the posterior, your back chain of your body. So let's come down onto your mat, onto all fours. Let's start in a quadruped position with some preparation work for your spine, for your back. So bring your hands underneath your shoulders, your wrists, underneath your shoulders, your knees underneath your hips. We start in a neutral spine position. We are in a completely new position here, so take some time to get back your powerhouse strength. And then with the next exhale, you start to move the pelvis back, tucking the tailbone under, and the spine is following into the flexion. Hold, inhale, look to your belly button. And then exhale, you start with the pelvis again to move it forwards and to straighten the spine vertebra by vertebra. Inhale, spine is neutral. Exhale, zip the belly button in and up, tuck the tailbone under, round your back, pull the thoracic spine up to the ceiling, and with your exhale, you come back to neutral, starting the movement with the pelvis again. Look 1 meter in front of you down to the ground, and then exhale, whoop, zipping everything in and up, creating that wrapping sensation, and exhale, go back. So inhale to prepare. And exhale is always the spinal articulation. Hold, inhale, push the floor away from you with the hands. And exhale, coming back. Let's go for 2 more rounds like this. Pushing out of your shoulder blades. Observing each vertebra moving at one. Good. Pulling the shoulder blades apart. And exhale, come back to neutral. Good job. So from here, bring the hands 1 hand length further away from you. The rest of the body is following into a kneeling plank. And then from here, you bend the elbows to lay down onto your belly. So open the legs, shoulder width apart, and feel free to turn them out. So heels are pressing down. So now imagine there's a little ice cube underneath your belly and you don't want to touch it. So zip the belly button in and up and press your pubic bone softly into the mat. The elbows are close to your body. Again, inhale to prepare, look down. And exhale to lift head and the upper body. Hold it, inhale. And exhale, lower down. Here we have the same breathing rhythm than like in cat and cow. So exhale to lift. Your sternum is growing forward, shoulders back and down. And exhale to lower again. Classic back extension to warm up your back muscles. You can help yourself with the hands, but the main work is coming from the back, not your arms. How high should you lift? Make sure when you're at the top that you can still feel the lowest rib on the floor, so it's not that high. So we can keep the abdominal tension while lifting the upper body. Okay, let's go for 2 more rounds. Collarbones are floating nice and wide, so you can keep the chest nice, wide and open. And with your second round, keep the chest, the upper body lifted, and release your arms without dropping your upper body. Okay, elbows into the side of your body. And now with the next inhale, stretch the arms forwards. Exhale, pull the elbows in. Inhale, stretch the arms, spread your fingers. And exhale, pull the elbows in and the shoulder blades together. Okay, so we want to include the broad back muscle, your latissimus. Also the upper back is working. All right, if you want more, lift the upper body a little bit higher as you bend the elbows. And as you stretch the arms, lower the upper body down again, but don't lose your powerhouse. Breathe and stretch. Breathe out, pull and lift. Feet are grounded. Last 2. Last 1. Neck is long, shoulders down. And then bring your hands onto the floor. Bring your forehead onto the hands. And then relax for a second. Okay, from here, we relax the upper body and we start to lift the legs. So, inhale to prepare. Belly button in and up. And exhale, lift the legs and squeezing the glutes. Drop the legs, keep the shoulders soft. And exhale, let's go for the back leg lift. So now let's focus on the lower part of your body. We have the hamstrings, glutes, lower back is also supporting. All right, this is just the beginning. Let's go for 4 more rounds here. Now let's get the muscle-mind connection. Think about that muscle that is working here consciously to get more power in here. So it's the glutes. So really imagine you're cracking a nut with your butt cheeks. Last 2. So bring the thighs off the floor and inhale, relax. With the next round, keep the legs lifted. Inhale to point, to lengthen the legs a bit more. And exhale to flex the feet and to bring the heels together, frog position. Inhale, stretch and point, open the legs shoulder width apart. And exhale, bring the heels together and open the knees nice and wide. Keep going like that. So your legs, your upper thighs are floating the whole time. Don't rest here, okay? Let's go for 4 more rounds. As you press the heels together, we get nice inner thigh work. And the glutes are constantly opening the hip flexor and keeping the legs in the air. Alright, with the next exhale, keep the heels together, the thighs lifted, and we finish with teeny tiny pulses, up and down, up and down. Don't drop the legs, keep it lifted, and breathe deeply, calmly. Flexing the feet, pulling the heels towards your butt cheeks. Let's go. Almost there. Lower back is calm. 8 and 7, 6. Pull the heels closer to your butt cheeks. 2, 1. And then drop your thighs. Stretch the legs. Shake it out. Wiggle your hips. And then bring your hands underneath your shoulders for a second to press up. Come with your butt cheeks onto your heels, very important. Let's open up the back here after that strong back extension session. Let's go for a shell stretch. Hands are grabbing your knees, grounding your back completely. And then let's enjoy the stretch here in your back. Maybe arrive in stillness or add a little bit of movement, a little bit of swinging from right to left. Job. And then let's roll up. Good team. I hope you're ready for the upcoming abs and another glute challenge is coming up. So let's swing the legs forwards. Make sure you have lots of space behind you. So come to the beginning of your mat with the feet grounded and upright on your sit bones. So pull the butt cheeks to the side so you can really ground your sit bones and you can stretch the spine completely. Hands at the back of your thighs. Inhale to prepare. And exhale, sink into your extended arms and round your back while moving behind your sit bones. Inhale to come up. And exhale. Tucking the tailbone under and bringing the spine into a nice C-shaped position. Okay, here can be very comfy, very relaxed, so we're helping our body with the arms. So if you want more abdominal activation, release the arms. Start by zipping the belly button in and out, by moving the pelvis backwards and rounding the spine. And then inhale, use your back muscles to come up. So see how that works today for you. Yeah, if you can build up that nice C shape, or maybe there's a bit of stiffness. If you can observe some stiffness, stay in this round, stay in this exercise called the half roll down. Shoulders down and look to your knees. If everything works well and you want more, then roll down completely, vertebra by vertebra, arms behind your head on the floor, spine neutral. And then exhale, come back up the same way without swinging. Inhale, rise up onto your sit bones, arms long. And exhale, roll down. All right. Be brave when you need to work with momentum, or maybe your feet are coming up, then please go back down to the half roll down. Let's focus on quality, on controlled movements, so you're not hurting your back, okay? Always stay safe, okay? Then create your flow again. With the breath, we're gonna go for 2 more rounds. Vertebra at a time, don't rush. Keep that space between chin and chest. And with the next exhale, when you're still moving in the half roll down, grab the back of your thighs, roll down, let's meet on the back. Pull the feet a little bit closer to your body, so heels are round about underneath your knees and your feet hip width apart. Arms by your side, soften your shoulders, start with pelvic tilts. Exhale to tilt your pelvis back, the lower back is grounding softly. Inhale, come back to neutral, pubic bone parallel to the floor. Can be very helpful to build a triangle with your hands, thumbs and index finger together, and you place that triangle on your pubic bone, and now the triangle is moving towards you with the exhale, and it's parallel to the floor with your inhale. Okay, so you know where's your neutral and where's your so-called imprint position, as we call it, when we move the pelvis posterior to lengthen the lower back. And it's not a pressing aggressively into the floor with the lower back. It's more than a soft kiss of your lower back with the floor. Okay, this is the beginning of your shoulder bridge. So when you're ready, arms long by your side, inhale neutral. Start to pull the navel in, and then you peel the spine up. Inhale, hold it, shoulders, hips, and knees in one line. And exhale, the sternum is sinking, roll down, vertebra at a time. Inhale, neutral. Exhale, peel the spine up. Yeah, it's more about a spinal articulation than just a hip dip, a hip lift. Let's go for 2 more rounds. When you're lifting the hips up, don't lift the hips too high. We don't want to arch the spine. We want to close the rib arches. So with the next exhale, hold it in your shoulder bridge. Pull the heels towards the sit bones, hamstrings, booty strong. And then, without moving the hips, lift the right leg into tabletop. So from here, we're gonna start with leg circles. Inhale, 1 circle with the knee around the hip joint. Exhale, another circle. You can stay here pressing the arms into the floor, or if you want more, then you can stretch the leg. So you're creating circles with the ankles around your hip joints. Let's go for 4 more rounds. Keep the right hip next to the left. Press the left heel into the floor and pull it towards you. You got this. Last one. And then stop the movement. Feel free to bend the leg again. And of course, we need to reverse the circle. Let's go. Breathe in 1 circle. Breathe out another circle. Feel free to stretch the leg again. 4 more rounds. Left knee is stable. The arms are pressing down to keep the chest nice, wide and open. And then stop the circle and exhale, roll down vertebra by vertebra. Bring the right long leg onto the mat. Inhale, fingertips behind your ears. And exhale, lift the head and the shoulder blades, look to your left knee, and inhale to lay down again. Exhale, with the help of the abdominals, we try to ground the lower back as we lift the head and the shoulder blades. Inhale, lay down. Keep the elbows nice, wide and open, and you have that space between chin and chest for an apple, for example, or a fist. Okay, let's add the left leg. Inhale. Exhale, pull the left knee into the chest and lower down. Let's go for 3 more of these. Follow your breath. Work slowly. It's not a race. Don't rush. And then we keep the left foot grounded when you finished your last round. And we lift the right leg up as we lift the chest. Inhale down. And exhale all the way up, bringing both thighs next to each other, feeling the lower back grounding. 2 more. All right, get ready for the hundreds, which means we bring both legs up, lift the head, stretch the arms parallel to the floor. If this is too much for you, don't worry about it. Just bend both legs or bring the feet back onto the floor. And then we start to pump. Breathe in and breathe out. Palms up, breathe in. Palms down, breathe out. Keep everything else stable, just moving the arms. Look to the front. Yeah, not up to the ceiling. Protect your neck. Breathe in. And breathe out. 3 more rounds. Breathe in and breathe out. Last 2. 1 more. With the next exhale, you stop the movement. Breathe out the rest of the air. Pull the knees in, drop the head, and relax, recover. Good job. Let's go for some rocking motions if that is for you. Maybe you want to do nothing. Then this is also fine. Maybe you want to bring your feet down. Go for some knee swings to get a nice rotation into your lower back to create length in your lower back. Let's get ready for the second side. Yay! So let's come back to center. Feet hip width apart. Heels underneath your knees. Arms long by your side. Right, we come immediately up into that shoulder bridge. So start neutral, so you have a little bit of space underneath your lower back. Exhale, tuck the tailbone under, rolling up. Hold it in the shoulder bridge. Imagine someone is pulling your knees away from you to create here an open hip. All right, let's lift the left leg, bend at a 90-degree angle. Whoop. And start with that circles. Can be teeny tiny circles. So make sure the right knee is stable. Right heel is pressing into the mat, is pulling towards you. And if that works well for you, extend the leg. 4 more rounds here. Allow your circle to become bigger when you can keep the pelvis stable. And then stop the circle and reverse it. You can come back to tabletop. Yes, you got this. 4 more rounds here. Pressing the arms down. Last 2. Don't lose the left hip. And then stop the circular movement and roll down vertebra by vertebra. Bring the long left leg down onto the ground. Inhale, fingertips behind your ears. Exhale, chest lift, like we did it before. Let's go immediately for the leg variation. So pull the right knee in. Good, and bring the right foot down onto the ground. Let's go for 3 more. And these leg movements are just an option. You don't have to. 1 more time. Yeah, always make sure you can breathe and you feel strong. Other side. Left leg up, both thighs next to each other. And inhale. Lay down, point the left foot. Last 2, get ready for our last round, the 100s. Okay, team, are you ready? Maybe both legs up, arms long, parallel to the floor, head up, and we start to pump. Breathe in, palms up. Breathe out, palms down. So the pump is coming from your shoulder joint, not the elbow joint, not your wrist, okay? Move the whole arm. So you breathe in deeply, breathe out. No shake, no wobbly in your upper body, no motion in your legs. You can also bend, you can bring the feet down. Make sure you feel it in your abs, not in your back. Last 2. With your next exhale, stop the movement, breathe out the rest of the air, and then pull the knees in, hug your legs, and recover. So good. So let's go for a few rolling like a balls. But maybe you feel better here, rocking from side to side, then stay here. Maybe rolling like a ball is for you, then bring the legs together, bring your hands to the shins, pretty far down so we can keep the shoulders low. Lift the head and the shoulder blades up. Make yourself teeny tiny. Keep the distance between heels and butt cheeks the same. And then with your exhale, come up with a little bit of momentum. Round your back completely, and then inhale, roll towards your shoulder blades, and exhale, find the balance with the powerhouse. Inhale, head is still lifted, and exhale, find the balance. Yeah, don't swing with your legs, keep the distance the same. One more, then we meet in a seated position. And then stop the movement. Great job. I hope you are ready for the upcoming inner and outer thigh work. So we meet in the forearm. So make sure you can see me here in the first round. So it doesn't matter if you start on the left or on the right side. We will do both, so it doesn't matter. And we will build it up. So let's start with a variation where you will feel, hopefully, very stable. So elbow underneath your shoulder. And we will start with heels, hips, and shoulders in one line. So the knees are in front of you. All right, don't collapse into your shoulder. Make sure to press the floor away from you and to keep both sides of your body long. You can stabilize yourself with the upper fingertips like this, or you bring the upper arm up to the ceiling. Okay, inhale to prepare. Exhale to lift the hips just a little bit above the floor. Inhale to drop down and exhale to lift. All right. So imagine there's a girdle around your waist that is pulling you up. Don't lift it too high, otherwise we could rotate. That's not what we want. So we want to keep both pelvic bones, both shoulder joints above each other. If that works well for you, we have outer thigh focus. Then lift the upper leg parallel to the floor and inhale, drop it down. Exhale to lift and inhale to lower. If you have any issues with your shoulders, we have thigh focus, so feel free to stay here and just to lift and to lower your leg. Okay, choose your option. Let's go for 4 more rounds. Last 3. Good, and the leg is parallel to the floor, so knee and ankle are in one line. Last one. Good, and then drop the arms, lengthen the legs, and use the lower arm as a pillow to lay down completely. So maybe you're lying on a mat, then make sure you are parallel to the long side of your mat. So we already warmed up a little bit the outer thighs. Let's focus on the inner thighs. Before we do so, let's build up the waist tunnel. So you pull the upper hip away from you. So the spine is not collapsing, so we're not here like a hammock. So really lengthen both sides of your body again. Stabilize yourself. Inhale to lift the upper leg. And now exhale to lift the lower leg to the upper leg. Inhale to lower, not to drop. And exhale to lift to connect both heels. Good job. Inhale. And exhale. So we keep the upper leg parallel to the floor and the leg is calm all the time. Yes, amazing. Exhale up and inhale down. Let's go for 4 more rounds. Make sure you only have your fingertips on the ground, not the whole hand, so the upper shoulder is not collapsing forwards. So focus on your inner thighs. With the next exhale, keep the heels connected. Turn out the legs a little bit. So we are creating the Pilates V position in our feet, and then we lower both legs and we lift both legs and squeezing the heels together all the time. So we have outer and inner thigh in combination. The inner thighs are connected with your pelvic floor through fascia tissue. So think about closing your body's openings as you exhale as well. Half time is over. Let's go for 4 more rounds here. Last 3. Don't lose your waist tunnel. And with your next exhale, keep it lifted, hold it. Now inhale, open the legs like a scissor, and exhale, flex and switch the legs. Inhale to point and to switch. Exhale to flex and to switch. Good job. Last 6. Last 4. And 3. Don't drop the legs. Imagine your legs are a scissor, not only moving forwards, but also backwards. One more exhale, bring the legs above each other and sink down. Whew. Good job. Bend the knees, press all the way up. So I told you in the beginning, we will build it up. So now here's round number 2. If that worked well for you with the knees in front of your body, just stay here. It's a bit more stable. If you want more talent and you want more instability to work a bit more for your deep core, bring knees, hips, and shoulders in one line. So now we're extending the hips, so we have a little bit more glute focus, yeah? Don't feel bad about it when you stay in option 1. You're not doing less, but you have another focus, I would say. So with this variation, we have more focus in our hip extensor muscle, in our glute. Okay, ready? Upper arm high. We inhale to prepare, and we exhale to lift the hips and the leg. Bring it down, inhale. And exhale, lift. Good job. Whenever you're ready and you want to progress, stretch the leg into one line with your body. So we have that outer thigh focus again. Feel free to keep the hips down, and if you still have some issues with the shoulders, lay down. Totally all right. Okay, choose your option. Let's go for 4 more rounds. All right, last 3. 2 more. And then prepare for rainbow taps. So we keep the leg long, maybe the hips lifted. And then with your next exhale, tap forwards with your big toe. Inhale to lift back to center. And exhale, tap backwards. That's it. Make sure not to round your back when you tap forwards. Keep it long. Make sure not to arch your spine when you tap back. So it's deep core. You could also keep the hips down, okay? So remember to find your option where you can focus on the outer thigh. Exhale forwards. Inhale, one line with your body. And exhale back. Okay, let's go for 2 more rounds. Oh, outer thigh burning. Pulling the elbow towards you. Stay strong here in your plank variation. And then keep the leg lifted and drop it down. Amazing. Swing the legs forwards. Let's go for an active recovery in between. Shake it out. And then feel free to open your legs into kind of a split position. So if that is very tough for you to come onto your sit bones here, grab a pillow, for example, so you can sit on that pillow. You're sitting a little bit higher, then it's easier to lengthen your spine. Or you just micro bend your knees. Okay, let's stretch the arms nice and wide. Let's flip the palms up. We're gonna go for the saw, shoulders down. So now with your next inhale, you rotate to the right and exhale to come back to center, powerhouse active. Switch to the other side. Inhale and exhale. So the inhale in your twist will help you to grow. Exhale, come back to center, powerhouse strong. Maybe this is for you. Maybe you want to progress. Then stay in the rotation. Inhale. Now round and twist deeper. Come up with your spine. You're still in the twist. Exhale, coming back to center. Inhale to twist. Exhale to round. Flip the back palm up to the ceiling. Roll back up vertebra at a time. Come back to center, one after another. Inhale to rotate. The front hand is pulling forwards at the outside of your outer edge of your foot. Come up. And release the rotation. And in that nice split position, you might also feel a nice stretch in your inner thighs. Well deserved in between. Let's visit each side one more time. Keep the heels, the hips steady and calm. Keep both butt cheeks heavy. Last round. And then when you finish your last round, drop the arms, bend your knees, and with circular movements, you close the legs. Amazing. And you know what? We switch to the other side. So shake it out, maybe drink a sip of water in between, and then swing your legs to the other side. Okay. And then let's bring the elbow underneath your shoulder. Lift it up so you're not, you don't want to be a couch potato. Come into your Pilates princess or king posture. And then from here, you bring heels, hips, and shoulders into one line. So knees are in front of you. So you create a bit more stability throughout the lower legs. Okay, inhale. Exhale, lift the hips just a little bit. And drop it down. So lovely work here for your shoulder, for your obliques, side back muscles. So we have a focus here, of course, outer inner thighs, but we keep it holistic. So we get nice deep core work here as well. Holistic full body work. Okay, whenever you're ready, lift the upper leg as well. Yeah, it's parallel, the leg. So lift the leg in one piece. Not like this, not like this. All right. And then let's go for 4 more rounds. You could also just lift the leg if you have any issues with your shoulders. Yeah, but then make sure you're not sinking down. Beautiful. Last 2. One more. Amazing. And then you drop the hips, you stretch the legs and the lower arm to lengthen here completely. Be in one line, maybe parallel to the long side of your mat. powerhouse engaged. Inhale to lift the upper leg. And exhale to lift the lower leg towards the upper leg. Releasing the microphone quickly. Okay. Yeah, again, imagine there's a little bit of space underneath your waist. So some ants could walk through. All right, now keep the upper leg steady and calm. Just work with the lower leg here. Yeah, so you can feel those inner thighs. All right, last two. Stack both shoulder joints, hip joints above each other. And then you keep the heels connected. Hold it. Turn the legs outwards. So you create a V position here. And then inhale, lower both legs. And exhale, squeeze the heels and lift. Don't lose that waist tunnel. Yeah, the waist tunnel is great here to keep your powerhouse active. And that nice alignment of your spine. Last three. Last two. And with the next one, keep the legs lifted and then open into that scissor. Inhale to point. Exhale to flex and to switch the legs. Inhale to point to lengthen the legs a bit more. And exhale to flex. Good job. Make sure not to wiggle around, so stay on that side of your hip, that so-called trochanter major, so that sticky out bit here at the side of your femur bone, your thigh bone. All right, let's go for three more. Last two. Oh, my outer thigh is burning already. Last one. And then bring both legs above each other and drop your legs. Amazing. Then push all the way up onto your forearm again. So you choose whether you want to keep your knees in front of your body or you want to create that one line with elbow, hip and knee, a bit more unstable, a bit more glute focus. And then let's go. We're going to lift the hip and the thigh. Keep going. No breaks for you. Exhale to lift, inhale to lower, and then let's extend the leg and sink down. You could also just do the leg movement. So see what's for you today. When you've found your variation, then let's rock 4 more rounds together. So the other arm can give you lightness, length up towards the ceiling. Last two. Prepare for the rainbow taps. Last one. And then inhale to lengthen and exhale to tap forwards. Inhale, bring the leg into one line with your upper body and exhale, tap backwards. Yeah, maybe you need to drop your hips in between. That's okay. We're gonna go for 4 more rounds. So we are equal here on both sides. If you have issues with your shoulder, yes, lay down. Stay on your side hip. Don't roll back or front. Don't round. Don't hyperextend your spine. Last two. Use the power of the breath. Last one. Oh, burn is here. And then lift one more time and drop it down. Good job. Press all the way up for a second. Bring the feet onto the ground in front of you. Hands behind you. Just turn a little bit to the side so you can see my hands as well. And then allow the knees to swing from side to side. So you can relax your legs, your hips. Also moving your spine here. Amazing work. And with that, knee swings, say goodbye to your powerhouse. So you can breathe into your belly again. Good job. And then stop your knees here in the center, bringing the soles of your feet together, knees heavy. And then let's go for a little, diamond stretch to open those inner thighs again. So inhale, come up onto those sit bones, and exhale, roll down completely. So let the head hang down. Maybe help yourself very softly, very gently, that you push your knees a bit down with the elbows. But it's better to just drop, to release, and the gravity is doing the rest of the job. So the muscles can relax again. Keeping the soles of your feet together. So you keep that nice alignment in your ankle. Good job. One more time. Inhale. Head heavy. Relax the shoulder neck area. And then roll back up vertebra at a time. Close the knees, lengthening the left leg. Bring the right foot over the left thigh. And now let's hug the leg with the left arm and then add a little rotation. So hopefully the stretch will arrive in your right outer thigh and your glute. So there's almost no weight in your right hand. The most weight is on your sit bones. Inhale to grow. And exhale. Try to pull the knee closer to your chest and to rotate deeper. Keep the left foot flexed. One more breath here. And then slowly come back to center. Stretch the right leg. Bend the left. Bring the left foot over the right thigh. Flexing the right foot. And then hug the left leg with the right arm. And move into the twist. Good. Knee pulling closer towards your body. Creating a soft stretch in your outer thigh. Yeah, remember there's almost no weight in your left hand. One more breath. Exhale, go a little bit deeper. And then release the rotation. Stretch both legs. Give your legs a sweet little shake. And then come into a comfy seated position with your legs crossed. We're going to sweep the arms up one more time with a deep inhale. Interlacing your fingers above the head and exhale round your back. Whew. Inhale to come up. Exhale to move behind your sit bones to round, to pull the shoulder blades apart. It's a nice softening for your back muscles. Exhale just to hang comfy. And then come back up into your nice upright posture, great, tall and beautiful as you are. And with your exhale, make sure to release all the abdominal tension. Pelvic floor is soft, so you can breathe into your belly again. And wow, team, thank you for joining me for this wonderful class. Thank you so much for tuning in, and hope to see you soon on the mat again. Bye.